Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. So today I have another speed test, and this time it's going to be between the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus on the right and the Samsung Galaxy S10e on the left. So let's talk about some of the specs on these phones. They both have the Snapdragon 855 chipset, so they have the same chip right there. The only difference is that the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus has 8 gigabytes of RAM and the Samsung Galaxy S10e has 6 gigabytes of RAM, so there's a 2 gigabyte difference. And I'm pretty sure you can get the higher RAM version of the S10e for 8 gigabytes if you go for the higher storage variants. But I feel like most people are going to get the stock version just because 128 gigabytes is already enough, or it's already a lot, and you can just upgrade it with a micro SD card. So let's get on with it. I have extra apps this time. Instead of 9, I have 16. That's because there is a RAM difference. I don't feel like there's going to be a difference between speeds since they have the same chipset. So that's why I just added a couple more apps to see if there would be a difference between the RAM management. So let's close out all these apps. Okay, so no apps on both of them. Close them all out. So we can begin. So phone in 3, 2, 1. So that was around the same time. Messages in 3, 2, 1. So that was the same right there. Let's go to Play Store in 3, 2, 1. So that was a little faster on the S10 Plus right there when it was loading the animations. Scroll a little. Okay, so that's the same. Let's close off. So let's go to Internet in 3, 2, 1. So I have apple.com ready. Okay, so that was S10 Plus again with a little faster animation. It loaded it up a little faster. One thing I'd like to point out is they are both connected to the same Wi-Fi connection, so there shouldn't be a difference between the Wi-Fi speeds. So next up we have settings in 3, 2, 1. That was the same again. Camera in 3, 2, 1. That was a little faster on the S10 Plus, but not by too much, a couple milliseconds. Let's go to Instagram in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that was the same again. Snapchat in 3, 2, 1. So that was the same. YouTube in 3, 2, 1. So that was the same as well. A little faster loading speeds on the S10 Plus. Amazon in 3, 2, 1. So I think that was the same. There was a little pop-up that came later on the S10 Plus. Let's go to Best Buy in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the first animation took a little longer than the S10 Plus, but the app did load faster overall. So the S10 Plus got the win right there again. Let's go to Temple Run, and let's go to eBay in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so faster on the S10e this time by around a second, so not by too much. So the speed difference between these normal apps, these casual apps that everyone would use, wasn't too big, a couple milliseconds at most, maybe a second. But we're on the game section now, and I want to see if there's going to be a big difference between opening these games. So Temple Run in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so see which one loads in faster. So the animation was a tiny bit faster on the S10 Plus right there, but there wasn't too big of a difference. Okay, so let's close out. Let's go to Subway Surfers in 3, 2, 1. So okay, so faster on the S10 Plus again, but not by too much. Just like that first animation, just loads in a little faster. Okay, let's start this. Okay. Let's go to Dead Trigger in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I always get this weird animation when I open it on the S10e for some reason. I'm not sure if you guys know what that is. Comment down below. So that was the S10 Plus. Again, not by too much, but still won. So Asphalt 9 in 3, 2, 1. So I feel like that's going to be a win for the S10 Plus right there, but it hasn't loaded in yet. So that was the S10 Plus. S10e still trying to load it in, and yep. So S10 Plus, overall the S10 Plus does win, but not by too much. Now let's go through all these apps again, just to see the RAM management. So we'll start from the beginning with phone in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's the same right there. Messages. Okay, no reloads. Play Store, no reloads. Let's go to Internet. Okay, no reloads again. Settings, no reloads. Camera. Okay, so the camera did open up again. So I don't think that was a reload. It just opened up again. Instagram, still there. Let's go to Snapchat. Okay, so no reloads again. YouTube. Okay, so far, pretty good. We've gone through basically half the apps. Amazon. So I think it just reloaded the ads or something. But there wasn't a reload of the app. So Best Buy. Okay, so that was the same right there. Let's go to eBay. Okay, no reloads. Okay, so now we're on the games. Let's see if we get any reloads here. Temple Run in 3, 2, 1. So, same right there. Let's go to Subway Surfers in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, the S10e did have an ad, so that wasn't a reload. I just never started the game in the beginning. Okay, so Dead Trigger 2 in 3, 2, 1. Okay, no reloads. Just took a little while for the S10e to open up again. Let's go to Asphalt Night in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so none of the apps had a reload. So all the apps opened up perfectly. The RAM is really good on both these phones. 6 gigabytes of RAM on the S10e, 8 gigabytes of RAM on the S10 Plus. With all these apps, all 16 of these apps, the S10e still held up with its 6 gigabytes of RAM, which is a lot. You know, still comparing it to the iPhones, which has 4 gigabytes of RAM, the S10e still has a lot of RAM. So they kept all the apps open, but when I was first opening the apps, something I noticed was the S10 Plus, if it did beat it, it only beat it by a couple milliseconds, so there wasn't a big difference between speed. But if you really want to count that, then the S10 Plus does win, obviously, with those couple milliseconds. But overall, they're around the same speed. So Samsung did release these phones so that they did have the same chipset and everything. So I wasn't expecting a big difference in speed anyways. So the winner is the S10 Plus, but as I said, a couple milliseconds. I don't think that's going to matter for the overall user. And if you are trying to save a couple bucks, you know, go for the S10e. So I guess that's it, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below some ideas for other videos, and see you in the next video.